That's what I've been doing. So welcome back, Gary here. So if you recall, I had a big wood pile. So if you recall, I had a big wood pile here and a whole bunch of chopped up wood and a bunch of limbs and branches. I've been plugging away at that here and there after work, and I got this whole mess here. I gotta pick and weed out of all the garbage that's in there. That stuff is left behind the former owners of this place. I don't know if I told you, but when I was doing all the work in here, first year we moved in, I found tires, boat seats, cans and cans and cans of paint. So that all got out of there when we first moved, but still finding remnants of old stuff still. But so got to take care of that. I'm using the tractor, of course, using the old B2650 there. And then over here I had a big pile of wood again, and this is where I pretty much put all the stuff from the yard, old rocks, sticks, rocks, sticks. It was piled up really high. Actually, kind of like this pile over here, kind of like that. And it would all grow in and look like a big grass hill, which was fine, but I just can't stand looking at it. So the other day I cut myself a path through the back of the part of the woods here, and what I think I'm going to do is just kind of spread it out throughout the woods, and same with this pile here, keep on spreading it out. I took out a couple of tree stumps, small ones, with the tractor, just kind of pushed them out of the hole. I'm going to kind of push that stuff around, and then there's a couple of tree stumps in here that I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to get out with the tractor. And there's a big one right out there I don't think I can move. So I don't even think I'm going to even spend the trouble or the pain of trying to remove them. I think I'm just going to push the dirt all around and all the crappy branches, and just so I can get it all kind of smooth out, and this whole area would look nice and smooth. And then with the grass, weeds, and whatever grow up in it, it won't look so bad. It won't look so lumpy and hilly. And then my rock pile here. Yeah, the rock pile. Not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. Possibly dig a hole someplace. I really don't have no place to dig a hole and bury them all, but we are going to use some of it just for when we're going to be landscaping the front yard this year. Never got to it since we own the house. Now this year we're going to do a fence out front, little farmer's fence. I call it a little farmer's fence, kind of like the one right here, this white one right here. We're doing that on the front of the house, and we're going to be planting bushes and stuff like that. So we figured in between bushes we can use some boulders in between bushes, kind of just be like a decor type thing. So I know we're going to use some of them, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of it. I think if I maybe I should just push off a few that we might use, and then all the small little stuff and all that sand and all the growth that when I ripped up the backyard, maybe I'll just take out the few that I want to keep, and then the rest maybe I'll put it back out here with this big mess that I got going on here, and spread it out. And then if I spread the rocks out and everything, maybe it won't look so bad. Maybe it will just look like a rock field or something. You know, it never turned out that way. It never turns out any way I want to do, but anyways. So this whole mess. So once I get this part cleaned up, I want to dig it down some and clean it all up. And I'm thinking about putting some mulch there or something, just around this area so it kind of looks finished off. And then remember when I was talking to you about this whole, when I mentioned in one of my videos, this whole big mess here, how it gets all muddy and it goes down the end of the driveway. I got a lot of feedback about not putting like crushed stone or anything, because you know, especially on this concrete pad, it ain't gonna work. So I'm just gonna keep the concrete pad the way it is. I'm not gonna do anything about it. As long as I keep it clean, take the leaf blower every once in a while, get all the stuff off it, it should stay nice and clean. But I'm not too sure if you can see it, but right here where the concrete pad ends and it makes it all the way to the driveway, there's one little stretch here of driveway, you know, asphalt. So I was thinking about somewhere where this fence line is, all the way to this little fence line, is dig that all up, take that old asphalt out of there, kind of dig it up just a little bit, you know, maybe 3 or 4 inches down, maybe. Might too close. And then I'm gonna bring regular loam in, and I'm gonna seed grass right here. Maybe seed grass up in this area here. Don't plan on, I mean, you know, I do use my, I'm gonna probably most likely use my tractor to mow the grass, so it's not like I'm gonna be tearing all this up once I get all this other stuff moved and done. So I think I can just I don't know if you guys see my yard now, because the last couple of videos that I did before I lost my granddaughter, I kind of stopped making videos at that time. But we did spend the whole entire summer bringing in fill and doing the yard, and we finally got a yard, which took me pretty much all summer to do. I got irrigation put in. It still looks like a mess. I'm gonna have to try to reseed it and fertilize it again. Start a fertilizer and see if I can get it back. But since I'm gonna buy that stuff, I figured that I can just do all this area. So at least it looks like when you come out the driveway, it will look like this grass come all the way into this area. And then down the side of the driveway where I always end up hitting with my truck, I'm just going to try better not to hit that with the truck, and clean all that up and put grass seeds there, so that will all, so then the grass seeds will come in and come all the way into this area, come around the corner and go right into the backyard. It'll look like, hopefully it'll look pretty nice. And then with this whole crappy area here, I keep on using the word crappy, that's not very nice, is it? This whole area here, you know, if I just clean it all out and maybe throw mulch in there or something, maybe my wife can throw a little planters in there or something to make it kind of look nice. So that's that. And so there's the beast. He's filthy now. Filthy. There's my inexpensive fire pit. That's going this year. She's out of here. We're gonna build a whole different fire pit down over there. So that's gone. I don't know if I told you guys either that I got a little PWC, personal watercraft. How's that for fancy words? So yeah, we picked up that last year. We didn't get to use it much last year. We had a kind of a tough year last year. But onward and upward. Anyways, what else do I gotta talk to you guys about? I know it's been a couple, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even longer since I put out a video. This is our deck. Just starting to put stuff out. Just starting to put stuff out on the deck. We haven't finished getting our cushions out or anything. I gotta get my power washer out and power wash the cushions. But yeah, it's been, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks since the last time I put a video out. And it's not because I haven't had the time. I always can make time, you know, like. But I don't know, I just was going through it again. Something was going through, well, I guess I shouldn't talk about that stuff, but, you know, I deal with constant anxiety and depression all the time, so I get in these swing moods where I just have a lack of energy to do anything other than just trying to get my work done during the day. And that's even been a struggle. Getting up every day and going to work, that's been really tough. Dealing with a few different things. I don't want to blame it on, you know, the death of our granddaughter, but her 1-year anniversary was April 3rd, and but I kind of started feeling like that before that, so I don't think my my thought process has been kind of wacky. We did, for Emma would have been 1 year old, and I don't know if I should get into all this, but when my daughter lost Emma last April, shortly after that, maybe a month or two, or maybe, I don't even know what the time frames are. Of course, it got posted on Facebook, and a lot of people reached out through her on Facebook. Well, this lady in her organization is called JD's Angel Wings. This lady down in Massachusetts lost her son the same way my daughter lost her daughter. She already had 2 kids. She was trying for her third. My daughter had 2 kids, was trying for her third. So kind of same scenario. But when she lost her son, her and her husband realized there was nothing out there to help people out when this tragedy happens. So she started an organization to raise money to help families that go through this tragedy. So somehow, some way, she got found out about my daughter and her situation and everything, and her organization raised, I don't know what they raised. I think they raised $2,400 for my daughter. Now, these people don't know my daughter from nothing. And so they raised $2,400 and told her that we want to give this to you to help you out, so you can take a little time off from work and help you out with financial bills and all that stuff. And so my daughter got really involved with it and went down to a couple other different organizations with this girl and got together with her a few times. And so my daughter's what my daughter wanted to do was to throw a benefit in the honor of Emma, but to be able to raise money for the next family. And by the way, this JD's Angel Wings has let me back up. When JD's Angel Wings helped out my daughter was the very first recipient of this new organization. Since then, been over a little over a year, she helped out 14 other families that this happened to. So my daughter, for Emma's first birthday, she wanted to throw a benefit. So we had that on April 6th, I believe. And my wife went around and asked for donations at all the restaurants. She drove around like crazy asking for gift cards so we can have raffles and we can do this and try to raise as much money as we can to give back to this organization. And I think she had it online, I think a GoFundMe thing. I'm not sure how much that raised, and what we raised at the benefit came up to like $2,200 or $2,500, somewhere around that. So it all worked out great. I mean, we ended up giving back to this organization that helped my daughter out, 1 year earlier. So I guess that is we all wanted to do it and give back. So, but I'm not sure, because of all that is what I'm having a hard time dealing with. Like, I wake up every day with this. I always say that I wake up with anxiety and some depression. But just a few days ago, I was actually in my truck driving, and I'm like, oh, it really isn't. I don't think it's anxiety and depression. I think it's fear. I think I live constantly in fear. Fear of my business. I try to keep my business very, very, very simple as I get older, especially because I can't do all the work like I used to. I try to keep it as simple as I can, but it is a stressful business, and it's hard on your body. Fear of my health. I have never lived a very healthy life. I mean, I do eat salad here and there, but I do like a burger and I do like a steak, and I don't go work out. I don't watch my calories. I'm getting older, and I guess I always worry about my fear of dying young, I guess. So, and then the fear of don't know what it is as I get older, I guess, but my fear of getting cancer. It seems like everybody around me. I mean, my stepfather died of cancer recently. My uncle I was really close to died at 61 years old. He died a few years ago. He died of cancer. My dad had cancer, I think, a couple of times, but my dad was a drinker, and he lived a really hard life and all stuff, but I think he died of, he moved away years ago down in Florida, so I didn't really know him that well. But I believe he died of a heart attack. I would have to ask one of my brothers, but yeah, all those fears, it's like I wake up with this immediate fear, and I fear it all day, and it's really kind of, and I'm not too sure if Emma and what triggered it, but this past year has been tough, real tough, because I gave up. I have a lot of, I fight every day to have any desire to do anything. I get rid of my tractor and buy this new tractor, and kind of give me a little bit of a spike of hopefulness of maybe this might help me get back in track and get me back out again, out of my yard and start working. And I buy the tractor, and it did, and then immediately just went to who cares about the tractor, and who cares about doing the lawn. Who cares about? And I struggle with it every day. I mean, I come home and sometimes I get home at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I can't even get myself outside to do anything. I don't know why I'm rambling on like this. Anyways, so I'm gonna try to get off my butt and get out here more often this summer and try to enjoy my tractor, and try to win this battle over this constant fear that I live with. So I guess the reason why I'm sharing, I don't even know exactly why I was sharing that with you, but I guess the reason why I guess the reason why I'm sharing it with you is because I'm not going to probably be that consistent with I'm hoping that I'm going to be consistent with the videos, but I might not be. I don't know until I get this figured out. I'll probably have a video out here once in a while, and I know that my videos now are completely different. Before, I used to show you me using my tractor. I had more energy to set up cameras in different spots and mount cameras and even fly the drone up and kind of get an aerial view. I really don't have the desire to do all that, so I guess I'll be more rambling on, I guess, and then showing you what I have been doing and as I do it. So I will see if I can work on this for a couple hours today, kind of clean up this wood line a little bit and see where I'm at with my mood wise. If I feel like keep on plugging away even more, I'll plug it away. If I don't, it is what it is, I guess. But so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep on plugging away at these this little project that I got going on here in these rocks, and then I'll just probably post a video with the update of it instead of showing you me actually using my tractor and doing the work. I just don't have the energy to do that. We are getting a new roof this year, so hopefully that will come out good and not turn into a big mess. I had bears in my yard already this year. Deer and bears. But anyways, alright, there's the old tractor. You're gonna find this one extremely boring, but I'm not even gonna say hit the thumbs up. You don't even have to subscribe. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.